rock and roll!
Well, judging from the carving on your desk, it looks like his name is Ozzy.
Yes, and apparently he rules.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
So, the Kennedy era is disappearing and being shoved to the side at Galaxy's Edge. We just found out some more stuff today. And the sequel trilogy fans, the Reyblows, the Adam Driver, psychopathic fans are absolutely apoplectic. What we do get is Han, Luke, Leia, and Vader, actual Star Wars, walking into Galaxy's Edge like they own the place. Because they do. This is their story, all right? It is not Rey Palpatine's story. And I want to talk a little bit about what's going on because it's kind of fascinating, the reactions. People really don't care about the sequels, yet the few people that do are shitting themselves, and that's fine. So TheLaughingPlace.com posted this, that the banners for the First Order have been removed from Black Spire Outpost. Everybody should stand up and applaud. Remember, this was Kennedy's idea. Only feature the sequels. We have more movies ahead of us than we do behind us. Well, that was basically not true because she did such a lousy job that Disney got spooked and didn't want to make any more movies. But you can't do things half-assed in George Lucas's playground. It's just, he didn't do it that way. The fans were used to that. We wake up in the morning and we've got Kyle, Ron, and Reylo running around. And it's like, this is not Star Wars, right? So now we finally got the gang at Galaxy's Edge and the First Order is disappearing. Now, called Always Believe actually had a conversation with the cast player playing Ahsoka, and she said, the world between worlds is shattered. Which, you know, it looks like they're mixing the timelines. I don't think they are, but it looks to me like they're now putting what we know as a sequel trilogy into a separate timeline and probably effectively erasing it in a way because nobody likes it. Nobody who actually has a brain likes it. And they were soundly rejected by the fans. Now, you've got this person above this, and let me show you what the Reyblows are saying. So this person is probably a Reyblow. She's all up in Adam Driver's grill, apparently. And I don't know why. No one ever said Generation Z or the millennials have any taste in men, but there you go. Anyway, she's screaming that Disney's going to lose female fans, Asian fans, Reyblows. Who gives a shit? There aren't enough of them to make it worth Disney's while now, because these people are never taught economics and how to, you know, back in the day when we were in school, the teacher had you plan your own business, right? And you learned economics, maybe not the right kind. Mostly John Maynard Keynes. I prefer Milton Friedman and Hayek, but that's just me. If you have a product and no one wants to buy it, then you're going to suffer. The point about creating a business is to make money. If you create a product and the majority of the people stick their noses up and walk away, I don't care if 50 people like it. 2 people like it, whatever, you're going to have to stop making the product. That's all this is. This is basic economics 101. He who makes the best cog wins, right? But we've got this silly blue-haired land whale probably screaming about not getting her Reylo fix. Okay, let's talk more about what Disney gains by actually doing Star Wars in the right way, okay? Let's talk about bringing Darth Vader back to the public and in the parks.
Hokey religions and ancient weapons are no match for a good blaster at your side, kid.
So the Reylos I know are going to freak out about this. The headcanon that these weirdos have is just staggeringly awful. It's been informed by angry feminazis, probably their own miserable parents, and, you know, the shitty culture at large. Again, they're going to complain. Again, they're not getting, you know, Kyle Ron taking off his mask and whisking Rey away, puke. And the reason why is because Disney knows that it doesn't work. The retarded J.J. Abrams knew it didn't work. Okay? And there's the rub right there. It doesn't work. It is that obvious. It is that honest. That's it. Reylo doesn't work. The sequels trilogy is trash. The characters suck. You know, and no amount of screaming and ranting and raving about what you're going to do is going to change Disney's mind, because there's not many of you. All right? So we get Han and Leia together. There's Luke. The Solo cosplayer cast member is probably the best one of these. But the Leia one at least has her attitude. She's a little too tall, but that's okay. There's Luke. Could have done better with him, but look, at least they're there. Okay? This is a good thing, people. Then you look who else is going to be at Galaxy's Edge. He was once designated to Hollywood Studios, and I guess that's where Kyle Ron is going to be sent. A place to avoid. Okay. Vader. Who's the story about? Anakin Skywalker. The rise and fall and redemption of Anakin Skywalker, right? And then everybody else are the like satellites around what that character does. And of course we've got Han and Chewie back. Now Chewbacca could be taller. He should be taller, but I mean, just watching the videos of the banter going on between them is reminiscent of The Empire Strikes Back and everything else that we saw. I mean, this is great. This is what the people wanted. And for some dumb millennial, and let me tell you this, the millennials are in their 40s now, so they need to shut up about old. And the dumb Zoomers, you know, they're catering to old people, blah, blah, blah. We have the money, and this is for you too. I'm sorry if you would think you should be pandered to, but you're not going to be, because you could learn or appreciate what you're seeing instead of complaining, whining, and bitching. And of course, there's Vader. Who doesn't want to walk into a place and get the shit scared out of him by this guy? I mean, it's just, I mean, remarkable that any so-called Star Wars fan would complain about Darth Vader being at the parks. This is who the story's about. It is not about Rey. It is not about Kyle Ron. It is about Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader, okay? And it's about what he did and how he ruined himself and the mistakes he made, okay? And it's actually quite a poignant story. Now, back in the old days, before the prequel trilogy, he was pretty much the bad guy. But now when you think about it, the worst guy in the series is Palpatine, right? So I want to ask these people who are screaming about the sequels being erased or removed from the main parts of the park, why do you like a Palpatine? I mean, he's the real bad guy. You know, he is, I mean, when you think about the way George wrote him, he is absolutely awful. And of course, you know, we need to get back to what it's about. This guy and his family, right? And it's not going to get better until this all gets fixed. And if the world between worlds has been shattered and Anakin has to go in there and fix it, what's going to happen? I mean, if that's what is going on, then the sequels are basically just a fragment of a timeline that is probably going to be ignored. Okay? And when you got Anakin in the World Between Worlds following Ahsoka around on Peridea, the daughters Paraclete, Marai there, and Balin Skull looking at a beam of light on a far-off mountain, standing on the hand of a statue, a monolith of the Father. There's stuff going on here that we have to think about, and you're not going to get there. You're not going to fix it and make it better until this woman is erased or put in her place once and for all. It is Darth Vader's, Anakin Skywalker's story, not Rey's. This is not Kennedy's little fiefdom anymore, all right? Where she gets to shit on all the white men. Those days are over, all right? Long live George Lucas. Long live Vader, Anakin, Han, Luke, and Leia. Erase the sequels. And I think they're already doing it. Thank God. This is Steph signing out. See you around the galaxy.
Ready, everybody?
All set.
Here we go again.